Virtual learning impacted millions of children and families over the last 2 years then, and it's slowly becoming back out of it. But what did it do for our children, and what did it do for our teachers? Baltimore City actually implemented a couple different programs to help relieve the stress, one including some yoga that will help everyone involved with virtual learning. But how much does it cost, and does it really effectively work? Well, from OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski, CEO of OpenTheBooks.com, breaks down the numbers and finds out a little bit more details about why yoga is the stress reliever. Adam.
So, Tom, just since January of 2021, the Baltimore City Schools, it's a $1 million program to put yoga in for students and parents and staffers at Baltimore City Schools. So we tied out hard costs of about $860,000, but obviously the school facilities are being used and there's other soft costs involved with that. So yoga in the Baltimore City Schools was a $1 million project.
Well, if you think about all the different staff in school, it really breaks down to not that much money, I guess, for yoga. Is it being used, though, is I think the big question. And are we getting any results that it actually is helping relieve the stress?
So we don't have any numbers on that or any data on that. What we did is the Baltimore City Schools, they got us the school checkbook, the line-by-line vendor spending in the schools. And it's a big database from 2021, $561 million. And I think when you think of schools and back to school at this period of time, you think about the education of our children on reading and math and writing. I don't think that you necessarily think about it as a $1 million program spent on yoga. So you had two contractors contracted by the school. They were paid about $800,000. The school also disclosed that they paid about $60,000 in yoga equipment. Think mats and jump ropes and headphones and things like that. So there's a lot of money flowing into yoga.
A lot of money flowing there, but I know a lot of people are saying, you know what, the PE classes have diminished to maybe like twice a week now. So kids, childhood obesity, will yoga help that? There's a lot of other ways. If I'm pushing back the other way, saying $1 million doesn't seem like that much if it's effective. And I think that's the big question mark. How do we know if it's effective in actually helping teachers and staff and students?
So we don't have those statistics, although we'll reach out to the school for those statistics. The yoga program comprised, starting even in the pre-K, even in after school. It was also virtual yoga. Some of the topics included 7 stress busters. There was a class virtually on laughter yoga, energy yoga, and sound therapy. Some of the equipment that was purchased was even for not only the jump ropes and the yoga blocks, but also aromatherapy starter kits.
Gotcha. Yeah, so then you start going down a path of what else is needed incorporated under the yoga umbrella there. And really, do preschoolers need to relieve their stress here with yoga, or is it just preschool teachers?
So the real question is, for every dollar spent on yoga, $1 million, that was a dollar that didn't end up in the classrooms teaching the Baltimore City students. And so, this investigation dovetails with what we found during 2020 when the kids weren't in the schools and education was virtual, when we found roughly 24 hall monitors. There was no kids in the halls. They were being taught virtually. They were paid about $700,000 during that period. So is yoga just another one of these $1 million programs that don't show results in the city schools?
Adam Andrzejewski with OpenTheBooks.com, always checking all the lines in there and asking the tough questions. Adam, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.